Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal. I'm going to link below to the video that prompted this, which is Simon over at History Debunked, talking very eloquently about how COVID gets put on death certificates in a way that inflates COVID death numbers. And, you know, that kind of statistical trick gets used to prove that abortion is safer than childbirth. You see, maternal mortality is its own category. You mark on the death certificate whether the woman was pregnant at time of death or had been pregnant within 6 months. If that box is clicked yes, she is maternal mortality, which means that if a pregnant woman gets killed in a car crash, that's maternal mortality. Even if she didn't know she was pregnant, if you're doing the autopsy and you find a fetus in there, yes, she was pregnant at time of death, that's maternal mortality. Somebody gets killed in an industrial accident 4 months after having a miscarriage, that's maternal mortality. And the real fun one is if you puncture her uterus and she bleeds to death on the way home from the abortion clinic, that's maternal mortality. So any death where pregnancy was existent or recent is a maternal mortality, including abortion deaths. So the abortion deaths are a subset of maternal deaths, but they get compared to maternal deaths to show that abortion's safer than childbirth. Isn't that a handy little trick? You use that woman's death from an abortion to prove that abortion is safer than childbirth. It's kind of like, you know, there are fewer Granny Smiths than there are apples. That's because Granny Smiths are apples. Abortion deaths are maternal deaths. The other little trick that they have is where the abortion goes on the death certificate. Let's say punctured uterus and retained products of conception from induced abortion leads to sepsis, leads to kidney failure, leads to death. That death's most likely going to get counted as a kidney failure death and not an abortion death in the first place. So it's going to be counted as both kidney failure and as maternal mortality, but not as an abortion death, even though the infection from the abortion caused the kidney failure. This statistical legerdemain, prestidigitation, whatever you want to call it, they got real good at it with abortion, got a ton of political mileage about it, and now they're using it for COVID.